And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, guys. And welcome to Let's Chat Live with Tina Willis and Alice. I can never pronounce Guillemati. Is that right?
Well, just say Alice Young. It's easier.
Alice Young.
Jer Matthew's my maiden name. That's how I joined our online business.
Okay.
But Alice Young is
Alice Young's much easier. So
much
so it's
easier.
myself and Alice who are here to join you tonight, guys. And it is going to be about all things business tonight, but it's also going to be about you guys, because this business is all about you. And we are here just to be informative, to give you some education about it, to talk about how we joined and why we joined, and also to answer any questions that you have. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Tina Willis, and I am an online business coach and mentor, and I've been doing this now for 6 years. Wow, that time has flown, Alice. I was 25 years in corporate life, and it got to a stage at the age of 57 where I knew I needed more. I was burnt out, I was ill, and I didn't want to do another 10 years till retirement. And I found this business and it changed my life. But again, it's not just me here tonight. So Alice, if you can let everybody know why you joined and all about you.
Well, good evening, everyone, or afternoon, as Tina said, wherever you're at. I am 70 years young. I joined this business when I was 65, and I currently live in Canada, always have lived in Canada. I moved back to my hometown, Winnipeg in Manitoba, which is in the central of Canada, about 3 years ago, after leaving for a number of years for, a life change. But happy to be back here. I have 4 grandchildren, which I'm loving seeing growing up. Their ages from 3 to 11, so that's a huge part of our life right now. And just getting back into it. I started this business, as I said, at 65 because it was retirement age, but we weren't ready for retirement. We had a lot of things going on in our lives, and just didn't have the money put aside for the retirement lifestyle that we wanted. So when I found this business, it was the way forward for us.
That's amazing. And I do agree, though, when you said I'm 70 years young, because age doesn't mean a thing these days. And it's quite strange, Alice, when you look at it, because when I was growing up and my mum and dad hit 50, I thought they were old. Do you know what I mean? And now I look at myself and you, and we're living testimony that age is just a number. You can do this business at any age and create an amazing life for yourself. But I was like you, my retirement package wasn't worth diddly squat, wasn't worth a thing. But when you joined this business, how did you feel? Because I know when I joined, I was quite nervous. I was a bit scared, I was skeptical, but I didn't want to stay stuck where I was in corporate life. But how did you feel when you started, Alice? What was your recollection of it?
Oh, well, it's coming up 7 years, I guess, 6.5, 7 years. So I do know all of the things that you mentioned, but I was also very overwhelmed because there was a lot of things going on in my life personally, and I felt like I needed to make this work. And I just felt like a lot of overwhelm. And there wasn't a lot of personal mentorship or guidance. The person that brought me into this business was also quite new. So I didn't have a lot of the proper guidance and mentorship, but I found my way. And, I'm very resilient and very persistent. And at that time, our training was quite different than it was now.
Yeah.
So I found it somewhat challenging to move forward and do the things that needed to propel me and get me ready, to have my own presence and all of that. But as I said, I found my way, found the people to help me. And, because there are so many wonderful people in this community. And through the years, it's just gotten better.
I know, I'm with you on that, because I remember when I started, the person the ad I saw, unfortunately, she left the business through personal reasons. And I was like you. Back then, the training wasn't nearly as good as it is now. And I'm a resilient person as well. But what I thought to myself, even if I hadn't have been Alice, the amount of people in this community that are there to guide you and help you and step up for you, it just blows my mind. And it was 30,000 when I started. So I don't know how many it was when you started, but now, what are we, 266,000 people?
No, yeah, and growing every day, right? I mean, there are people that are looking every day, women, men, people are wanting something different.
Yeah.
And, both of us have come from either, well, I've had corporate in my background too, but, I mean, we've come from owning, I had, when I started, we had just sold our coffee shop that we'd owned for 9 years. And that was a tough go. You're on 24/7. You don't have any time to yourselves, really. I mean, it was years before we decided to close on Sundays, because I said to my husband, we need to have at least one day out of the week where we can just have ourselves. But that was just catching up on everything that you didn't get to do during the week. So I know there's a lot of people feeling that same challenge where they need to find something that they can do and not be tied down.
Yeah, and I don't think people realize that there's so many other solutions out there for them. I know that we're old school. We were brought up like most people. You do your education, you go to higher education, you get a good career, you work all your life, you get to retirement age. It was work. I remember at the age of 16, my dad saying to me, right, go out and get a job now, pay your way. And that's the way we were brought up. But when you think about that, it's got harder and harder for the everyday people to survive, because it's not even 9 to 5 anymore. It's more like 8 till 8 or 7 till 7. You're doing more and more hours for little or no reward. And so much more out there. And unfortunately, I know the UK here is talking about getting to retirement age, moving it to 70. Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But then, and you look at that and you go, well, okay, I've lived to 70. I might have another 25 years if I'm lucky with my health. And if you're in a good financial situation and we want to pack all of the fun and all of that into those 25 years, I mean, that doesn't make any sense, right?
No. It doesn't. No. It doesn't. And I don't think we weren't put on this earth just to pay bills and die. This is simple fact. It is, why you sometimes think to yourself, why was I put on this earth? Was it just to work all the hours God sends for somebody else, get to retirement age and have no health left to live? So it makes you think a lot. And that's why I know for you and I that we started this business. And we've got some people watching now. We've got Deanna watching from Alberta, Canada, and Juliet watching from Georgia, and Fortune watching from the UK. And I know that these are business owners like ourselves who decided to make a change in their lives. So if you're watching this today, guys, or watching the replay, please ask us any questions you want. We are here to answer you. It's streaming live on my page and it's streaming live on Alice's page as well. But reach out to us. So Alice, what would you say? Obviously, we started our business for specific whys and specific reasons. But what would you say to somebody? Why would you say to somebody now that this is the perfect time to start a digital business?
Well, I think we all have something inside us that we can share with others. That there's a story there. And even though we may think, well, no one's interested in our story, others are, and they need to hear that story. And I might tell it one way, you're going to tell it another way, but at the end of the day, that story is something that will resonate with someone else. And they're going to, say, yeah, I do have something inside me that I need to share. Whether it's got to do with health and wellness or a mental situation or something that happened to them in their past life that they know is going to be valuable. And this is a way to, it's a perfect format, perfect platform to share those kinds of experiences with others.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's also a place where I know that I've found some very special friends, including yourself, that I would have never met otherwise. And I know that I have found more support with this business community than I ever had in 25 years of corporate life. And it's a safe space. It's a safe space where you can share your feelings, you can share your stories, and you get that support to actually be successful. People cheer you on every single day towards success. And I think that was the one thing for me that really blew my mind, because I never had that in corporate life in 25
Oh.
years. It was dog eat dog, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the beauties of it. So it is the right time to start an online business. And it might seem scary for you guys, but if you have that pull inside of you that says, I want something more, then that pull is telling you to take action. So when you look back, because I know, so I've got so many funny things that I've done in this business where I've really messed up, you know, because that's the growth challenge. What would you say in the years that you've been in this business? What would you say if you can think of one funny moment being online where you messed up, but it was funny that you grew from it?
Well, some of the things that were, you know, in order to get our message across, we like to talk to people live, like we're doing here. And so you'll just press the camera, right, and you'll go live. Well, I mean, I don't know if I can specifically say that there's one moment, but
there's probably a few, Alice.
there's a lot. I know, like I'm going through my mind. But I guess at the end of the day, it's like, it's just real. It's just who we are. And I know that people have, commented, oh, that was really cute, or that was funny, or I agree, or, and those are the times when you know that people are really resonating with you. They understand, because we're just people, we're just normal, we're human. And to your point, I can't really think of one thing, but I know that there's been lots, and there's going to be lots more, but that's just the beauty of it, right? It's just the beauty of it. And it's the fun. And that's part of this business. I think just as you get a bit more, as the saying goes, get out of your way, just don't worry about things. Just, as I said, we all have something to offer each other. And if you think of it that way, this is what this business is about. What you said about corporate life, when we owned our coffee shop, it was all about just, making sure everyone else was happy, the bills were paid, the staff was looked after, the doors stayed open, whether it was good times or bad times. There was a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And so running a brick and mortar business, which there's a lot of people out there that are doing and trying to make it stay viable, this is a great way of segueing into taking all of the things that you've learned, everything, all the experiences, and putting it into this online business, because there's so much that we know as being business owners that you can transfer over to this business in another way, in an easier way.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree with that. And, as you said, that people sometimes look at us, and I know there's people out there looking now and saying, no, I couldn't do this. I couldn't put myself out there on camera. But
that was me.
Yeah, that was me. That the reality is, guys, that we started just where you start, not knowing anything. But because of the specific training we get and the social media marketing excellence with our training, we learn so much. And I remember my first go live, I was petrified, Alice, absolutely petrified. And it was that, on your phone when it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you start. And I did it. And I thought, I was so made up with myself, absolutely over the moon with myself, until I found that I hadn't put the sound on. So my whole go live did not have any sound whatsoever.
No,
on
no,
the screen. But you know what? It didn't stop me,
no.
because I thought, I've done it once, I can do it again.
Hmm.
And that was only because of the support that I had in that network that I have around me. But we are human, we're not robots. We're real people who started not knowing anything in this business. So when you look back and you look at where we've come, because obviously, everybody gets the coach, everybody gets a mentor. We have an amazing support network. What would you say, 3 things that you would say that has really blown you away with this business and this community?
Ongoing improvements in the training, the things that our founders bring to us each and every week, month, year. I mean, just the learning that is offered to us, whether we take advantage of it or not, but it is there. The community support, the smaller groups, the things that hold us together. There's going to be times in this business where you're just feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't know if I have it in me. And then you talk to someone who may be feeling the same way or is doing really well, and they just bring you back up and you say, okay, yeah, thank you. I know I'm on the right track, right? Because we're, as we've said a number of times, we're just human. And I guess the challenges just of the growing personally. Yeah. The opportunities for that in this business, and the different people that bring different things to us through this business for that purpose.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Wonderful. I totally agree. And it's very, very open of you to say that there are challenges, because the truth is, it's like any business model or any life model. There are always going to be challenges, and the challenges aren't the business. The challenges are you and your mindset, because our mindset, and me, Alice, I am all about mindset, and I had to do a lot of work on my mindset, because everything we tell ourselves is what holds us back. So people can turn around and say, oh, I can't do that because this business is too hard. Well, show me the proof. Give me the evidence of it, or I'm not capable of that. I'm not clever enough. Well, give me the evidence, because it's only our minds that are holding us back from that. And we all go through it, the successful people in this business, like yourself and me, have all gone through those thoughts. Even now, some days you think, oh, I've not done that right. I can't do that. I'm not capable of doing that. But it's, show me the evidence, and when you actually look at what you are capable of, you realize that it is just, pardon my French, BS that's going around in your head. And that's what this business gives you. And Marta's watching, and she's just said, watching from Spain, we have an excellent training, and yes, you're surprised at things you can be capable of doing once you get out of your comfort zone, and this business helps you to unfold it. And that's so true, Marta, so true. Thank you for sharing that. And at the end of the day, the financial gain in this business is unlimited, but that's not the most important thing. We all started to earn money, didn't we, Alice? We all started
we did.
Earn an income. I wanted to get away from corporate life. Alice wanted her retirement plan. That's how we all start, And then for everybody who's watching now, they all started to earn money, but it becomes so much more than that. It becomes a gift of giving in this business.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. So before we finish, Alice, what would be the one thing that you would say to somebody who's going to be watching this or watching the replay or listening to us two ladies chat like we do? We could probably go on longer than 20 minutes, guys, knowing us. But what's the one thing that you would say to somebody who's going to be watching this?
You are the only one that is going to be able to change your life if that is your desire. No one else is going to be able to do that for you. And there's no better time than now. Just take a look at it. There's, as we said earlier, there's no age barriers. And we've got people from the age of 25 that are retired to people that are younger in life than me, but you're not too late. I think for me, talking, because the women that I, resonate with, or that resonate with me, they're in their 50s, 60s, 70s, because they're looking for that next chapter. This is your next chapter. So there's nothing holding you back, except for, as you talked about, the set of your mind, your mindset, whatever's going on inside you. So just, take a look at it. This is an amazing way to give back to others with your story. And that's it in a nutshell. We give you everything else to make this work, but it comes back to you and what you're wanting to do with that next chapter.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Thank you so, so much. And guys, as I say, for anybody who's going to be watching this or watch the replay, this is a business in a box. We provide you with all the tools, all the processes, all the systems, access to the amazing products and multiple companies that we partner with. But this is a business that is helping others to change their lives globally with a legitimate registered business. We pay taxes in every country we reside in, but it becomes so much more. So if you're looking to earn online, if you're looking to change your life, and if you're seriously looking to help others do exactly the same globally, to know that there's more out there for them, to know that there's more of a solution, then connect with Alice or connect with myself, because we will be here to guide you, to mentor you, and to support you on an amazing journey that we've already been on and that we're still going on. So thank you so much, Alice. It's always lovely to catch up with you. And yeah, I shall hopefully see you very soon. But thank you so much for sharing. So guys, take care. That is it from myself. That's it from Alice. And as I say, reach out with any questions you have. We're always here to answer them. So good night from me, and good night.
Good afternoon from me. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Tina.
Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.